Hi, and welcome to Cenario, your partner in mental wellness. Here on our channel, we share educational, insightful, and science-backed content to help you understand your mental health and take meaningful steps toward a more balanced life. If you're ready to learn, grow, and take control of your wellness journey, let's jump right in.
You ever have one of those days where your brain just feels like it's running on empty? Well, today we're going to dive into the science of how what you eat directly fuels your mind. We're going to cut through all the noise and give you a solid, evidence-based guide to boosting your mood and your focus. So let's get right into it.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll lock down that core brain-food connection. Then, we'll meet the specific nutrients that really act as mood boosters. After that, we'll take a closer look at the roles of vitamins, minerals, and fats, and we'll wrap it all up with a safe, actionable plan that you can actually start using.
Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, the brain-food connection. Honestly, this is the foundation for everything else we're about to cover.
So, let me ask you, does what you eat really affect how you feel? I mean, really? Well, the science is crystal clear. 100% yes. That frustrating brain fog, that irritability, that feeling of just being tired all the time. So often, you can trace it right back to what's on your plate. You got to think about it this way. Your diet doesn't just fuel your body. It literally builds your mind.
So how does this actually work? Well, it all comes down to these brain chemicals called neurotransmitters. I'm sure you've heard of serotonin and dopamine. These guys are basically the architects of your mood, your focus, your energy. And what are the raw materials they're built from? You guessed it, the vitamins and minerals found in your food. This makes nutrition an absolutely non-negotiable pillar of mental health.
Okay, so which nutrients should we be focusing on? That brings us right into Section 2. Let's meet the mood nutrients. It's time to introduce the key players in this whole game.
As you can see, we're looking at a whole range of vitamins, minerals, and fats. This is kind of like the all-star team for your brain. From the B vitamins that energize it to the omega-3s that protect it, each one of these plays a really distinct and vital role in keeping your nervous system firing on all cylinders. All right, let's dive into the nitty-gritty. Starting with Section 3, vitamins. These are the true power players for your brain.
B vitamins, they're kind of the unsung heroes of brain health. They are absolutely essential for creating the very neurotransmitters we rely on for a stable mood. We're talking serotonin and dopamine again. It's really no surprise that low levels of B vitamins, especially B6, B12, and folate, are so strongly linked to things like depression and low mood.
Now, you can get plenty of B vitamins from foods like fish, eggs, and leafy greens. But, and this is a crucial tip if you're thinking about a supplement, the form of the vitamin really matters. You want to look for what are called methylated forms, like methylfolate. These are basically pre-activated, which makes them much easier for a lot of people's bodies to absorb and actually use.
Next up, vitamin D, the good old sunshine vitamin. So, inside the brain, its main job is to help manage inflammation and regulate how our brain cells are talking to each other. It's no wonder then that low levels are so commonly connected to mood changes, especially in those darker months. So you can get vitamin D from sunlight and fatty fish, of course, but this brings us to a really critical safety point. The supplement tip here is frankly non-negotiable. You always need to get a blood test to check your levels before you even think about taking high doses. Therapeutic doses of vitamin D are a serious medical intervention, and they have to be prescribed and monitored by a professional. Period.
Okay, on to our next group in Section 4, minerals, fats, and folate. If vitamins are the power players, you can think of these as the essential supporting cast. They are absolutely crucial for building your brain's resilience and its sense of calm.
Let's talk about magnesium and zinc. I like to call them the calming minerals. Magnesium is just fantastic for helping our body regulate its stress response and helping us sleep. Zinc, on the other hand, is a key player in balancing out those neurotransmitters we keep talking about, promoting stability.
So here are two really key practical tips for you. For magnesium, the glycinate form is often a great choice because it's super gentle on the stomach. For zinc, it's so important to be cautious. You want to avoid high doses for a long period of time. Why? Because zinc and copper actually compete for absorption, so way too much zinc can lead to a copper deficiency. See? It's all about balance.
Next, let's check out omega-3s and folate. Omega-3s are famous for their anti-inflammatory properties, which is a massive factor for a healthy brain. Folate, though, plays a different but equally important role.
In its active form, it doesn't just support those neurotransmitter pathways, it's actually been shown to boost the effectiveness of antidepressants for some people.
Okay, let's really zero in on these tips. For omega-3s, a good target is somewhere between 500 to 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA for general brain health. But, and this is critical, if you take any kind of blood thinner medication, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before supplementing. And for folate, just remember to look for that active form L-methylfolate on the label.
So we've covered the what and the why. Now we get to the most important part. Section 5, your safe action plan. This is all about how to put this knowledge to use safely and, effectively. First things first, we've got to set some realistic expectations. This is not an overnight fix. You might start noticing some initial mood benefits within, say, 4 to 12 weeks. But for those deeper changes, like better cognition and reduced inflammation, you need to be consistent for at least 3 to 6 months. It's a long game.
And let's be absolutely crystal clear about this philosophy. The goal is always, always food first. A diet packed with nutrients is your foundation. Supplements are, well, they're just that, supplemental. They are only meant to fill in specific targeted gaps, not replace healthy eating.
Okay, so here it is, your 4-step safety checklist. 1. Start with your diet. Just take a look at what you're eating. 2, and I really can't stress this enough, talk to your healthcare provider. This is not optional. They have to be part of this conversation. 3, think about getting some baseline blood tests so you know your starting point. And 4, if you do end up buying supplements, please choose quality. Look for those third-party seals like NSF or USP. That way you know you're actually getting what you paid for.
So we'll leave you with this question. This isn't about some massive, stressful overhaul overnight. It's just about starting small. So what is one manageable change you can make today to start fueling a healthier, happier mind? Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for watching Cenario. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For personalized mental wellness supplements, visit Cenario.com. See you in the next one.